TV back here. Sorry about that. We had a little cutout on the other video when I was talking about my radios and stuff. I got a cabinet style type stereo system that has a record player in it. I've had it for about, since I was 13 years old. My dad bought it when he worked in coal mines in Quinton, Oklahoma, off of a little store over there in Quinton, Oklahoma. Yeah, I've got a little heat and window air conditioner unit I'm heating with tonight. I'm running low on wood and I haven't been able to get in the bottoms, so I'm saving my wood in case that we get a real cold night and it gets down to the teens, or single digits. Then the heat and air don't do too good except in this one room. I'd have to pull that blind right there down over the kitchen area and it would keep this area warm, but it won't heat the whole house, not when it gets down to in the single digits anyway. But that's why I like wood better. That's just emergency heat, just temporary heat, and whenever you don't have good heat. I've used all kinds of heat, folks, and I still like wood the best. I grew up with wood heat. You see that tin on the wall? You don't have to have no high dollar sheet iron or metal to keep your house from burning. What that is just some sheet iron tin off an old building that I tore down, and I kept the scrap, and that cost me nothing. Sheet iron that was just given to me that I put on that wall to protect the wall, especially behind the stove area, as you can see. Now, granted, I've got an old blind back there. As you can see, it got a little warm and it kind of melted that old sun visor. I'm going to have to take that out of there sometime. It doesn't burn it, it just melts it. It just kind of heats the plastic up and warps it. See how it warped it? But it could, I guess it could burn it if I got it hot enough. I don't like to get it that hot though. I usually just get it hot enough to hold coals and then let it keep the place warm. I don't like a real hot house. In fact, sometimes I have to throw the door open when I got that wood stove set up going. As you can see on my cabin hookup, on my stove hookup rather, I've got a T going up one flue, and that flue is fireproof, triple three wall pipe, and it's got a rain cap on top, and it runs down to the back of the cook stove, and then I've got the T that comes over this way to hook the wood heater into it. Yeah, it's a pan of bread I got sitting there. It's probably hard now, but I made a little pan of bread earlier today. I'll zoom in on it. Yep, there it is. Nothing special. It's just some. It was to be with biscuits. The only thing was I didn't take time to make the biscuits. I just poured it out in the pan, cut squares out of it, and works the same thing, except it's just a thinner piece of bread. You know, about a ½ inch thick. That's what it come out, which ain't too bad. But it works. It don't taste real great. It's Granny's Bunt mix, quick biscuit making kit. Now, when I make good biscuits, I use actual flour, eggs, and milk, and stuff like that, and salt, put in my bread. But that works as a quick fix. And that's what I done this morning, so we'd have some biscuits with our breakfast. You know, I had spinach and eggs this morning, and I put a little Cajun seasoning in mine. Makes it good. Another way to make spinach and eggs is with butter. Don't use grease, cook it in butter, and you'll find that spinach and eggs taste a lot better cooked in butter than it ever did cooked in grease. But either way, if grease is all you got, then that's what you have to use. But I'm just saying butter's better in the taste. Alright, let me go over here and I'll show you the back of my cook stove here. That's an electric hot plate on top of my stove right now because I'm saving my wood. That's what I was telling you. Getting conservative because I don't have a lot of wood. Don't have much left. Let me back up here. Right there is the back side of my wood cook stove. Let me turn the light on you so y'all will be able to see. There, it lit it up a little better. But anyway, there's the back of the pipe where it comes out of the stove. I've had this cook stove since I was 13 years old. My daddy bought this one brand new when he worked in the coal mines. But anyway, that's how long I've had this cook stove, and I wouldn't part with it for all the tea and china They'd have to pay me a pretty hefty fee to get me to part with this little stove. It's got a lot of history behind it. I grew up with it at Bushy Head, and then I moved it to the farm, and we used it up there for about 8 years. When we lived up in northeast Oklahoma in Craig County, it was about 17 miles northwest of Bonita, Oklahoma. In case anybody might want to know where that is, I was living in a place called Happy Valley, and I did pretty much what I wanted to out there in that valley. It was my domain, I'll put it that way. I liked it. It's quiet, peaceful. Nobody but the cows hear you when you crank up your stereo. You didn't have to worry about a cop bothering you. Wasn't no law out there. Didn't have to worry about no law. When they come to see me, they was either lost or they wanted me. But anyway, that's another chapter in the book. When they come see me still yet, they bring 7 or 8 cops with them every time. And I've never broke the law or never done anything wrong. It's just that, well, we were gunmen and they fear us whenever you are what you are. Me and my father, he raised me up to protect his interest. But that's a long time ago, and now I'm retired. I don't bother nothing. I don't hurt nobody and never did. Not on deliberate. Protection, yes, to protect what was ours. I would have done anything to keep my stock away from others and rustlers and things of that nature. I'll tell you that much about me. When it comes to my money, you don't jack with it. All right, and with that being said, I'm going to hop off of here. I hope you enjoyed this video with TB.